Hey everyone, welcome. It's Meredith. I'm here with a different sort of reading for Monday, the 28th of May, 2019. We're using 78 Tarot's Mythical deck for this reading. I thought we'd do a Celtic cross layout. I've kind of gone through the meanings for each placement of the cards and played with those a bit, switched up the frequency a little bit. So yeah, let's get into it. Our first card is going to represent the now. So this reading is about the energy atmosphere of the day and how it may evolve for us. Okay, so first card is us in the now, and we get the Six of Wands. What a beautiful card. It's success, victory, homecoming to the self, and the feeling on the card is an achievement of a personal achievement of some sort. There can be a bit of notoriety on this card in the sense that those who know us well could recognize a shift, a change in us, and celebrate that with us. But let's see how it relates to the rest of the reading. The next card, this is the position that is usually called the crossing position. It crosses this card or challenges this card in some way. But my guides and I felt that it was more of a complementary card. So how it complements and supports the now moment. And we have, oh, beautiful, the Four of Wands, a stable foundation. Joy and success. It's the happiest card in the minor suits of tarot, and there's a lot of excitement on this card. It's a celebration, so it really does complement and support our six. This is the foundation we're standing on as we celebrate a personal achievement of some sort, and we're sharing that with people we know, love, and trust. There is a message of strengthening bonds, union, connection, expansion in a love relationship or family or friendship. So bonds strengthening all the way around, and this is such an achievement whenever that happens. So this particular card, though, I'm also seeing Ganesh, the great remover of obstacles. So it's quite possible we've recently overcome something that was a great challenge to us. We're celebrating that. We're celebrating with people we know, love, trust. And as a result, we're feeling inspired to lean into all of our relationships, most especially our love relationships. So beautiful. You know, there's been a challenging energy in the atmosphere recently. I've been witness to, hearing from, experiencing it my own self to some degree. A lot of energy getting stirred up that's got to go. And we were seeing it in the daily messages for the past 2 weeks. So if you do a little bit of review of prior videos, oh, wow. Gonna have a puppy interruption, folks. They react to birds. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so that was an interesting experience. A loon flew over. I really hope you got to hear that beautiful call on the video before the puppies reacted. Spiritual message of the loon, interestingly enough, it's feeling deeply connected in our own soul, and sharing a soul connection with another on a profound mental, emotional, spiritual level. Perfect here, as we're just talking about the Four of Wands, which is all about union, connection, happiness shared with others. And we have the personal achievement here in our Six of Wands. So it's quite possible that we're feeling this all the way around within our own selves, that soulful connection that we've seen emerging out of the daily messages for the past 2 weeks. We've seen the Hermit quite a bit, and that's about shining our inner light, gaining enlightenment on a personal level, then sharing that in our environment, and then also here we've got connection with others. As other things fall away, energies, past life experiences, meaning this life in our past, letting those experiences go so that they don't have any ownership over the now. Oh, goodness. That's so exciting. I really hope that the dogs don't overwhelm the reading and you get to hear that. We'll see when I splice it all back together. Okay, our next card, our third card. This is an influence for our highest and greatest outcome. We get, oh, look at her, Queen of Swords. Wow. I haven't pulled this card from this deck yet. It's profound. She looks like Kali, Goddess Kali. What a great representation for her, though, too. So, this position of the reading is about achieving our highest and greatest outcome, what's possible, what the energy influence is here. And with the Queen of Swords, she's another one who gets a reputation for being cold in the tarot. I don't see her that way at all. I see her discerning and mindful, and you know, one of her other messages is that she doesn't suffer a fool. And she doesn't suffer her own foolishness either. So here again we come back to personal achievements. And I know I keep connecting to the prior readings, you know, that we've seen over the past couple of weeks, but this is clearly something we've been working on. And it's letting go, allowing things to pass out and away from us to have no purpose. The Queen of Swords does that elegantly and with grace. She also does it with diplomacy and kindness. And this is how she treats herself, as well as others, of course. So there's a message here of having kindness and compassion for our own process, recognizing that some of the challenges or obstacles that are passing out and away, we can have gratitude and appreciation for that. And, you know, it may have been painful in those moments, may have felt extremely real, like this is such a huge wave of energy that's passing, rolling through, that it felt like it was there to stay, not go. Truly, though, it's overcoming an obstacle to bring in your bliss and your joy. And this queen doesn't mess around. She knows what she wants and she goes for it. And she understands also that the path there can be pretty rocky at times. All right, next card. This is the foundation we're standing on right now. And we have the Emperor. Whoa, perfect. If we've got the Queen of Swords up here being discerning and mindful, and then we have the Emperor in our foundation, fantastic. And look at this card. I mean, that is intense. The Emperor gets a reputation. See, these two, they get a bad rap. He has a reputation for being a control freak. I don't see him that way at all. Yes, he's Aries energy all day long. Dude will go to war if he has to. He'd prefer not to, though. The reason he's got the control freak label attached to him is because he's so wise. He's so experienced. And I remind you all frequently, kings and queens, they rule a realm. The emperor, the empress, they rule an empire. They oversee it all. They've experienced it. They are in the forever flow of co-creation. They have their eye on that at all times. So the Emperor brings us experience. So if this is our foundational card in the reading, then we are standing on the foundation of our own life experience, and we are bringing all of that to bear on the now. he doesn't mess around either. I mean, look at that card. It is just so full of forward moving energy, now moving energy. And we're feeling quite seated in our own soul. And we're sharing from that space. Wow, no joke that we had a loon fly over in the process of this reading. Okay, recent influences. We have the Three of Swords. This is exactly what I'm talking about. There's energy passing away that's outlived its purpose. It may have had a touch of grief, sorrow, and loss on it, but this is something that we are letting go of because we're making way for this beautiful energy. We are removing obstacles. We do see Ganesh here in this card, the great remover of obstacles. So we're taking a bulldozer to our spiritual path at this time. Yes, we've all experienced the Three of Swords in some way, usually through loss of connection to someone that we loved deeply. And it is through relationship that we discover some of the most fascinating things about our own selves. And this is the work that we've recently done from a very stable foundation. It's put us in this beautiful mindfulness so that we could personally achieve the joy that we're co-creating at all times, Emperor, with the all that is. So the Three of Swords is another really valuable card coming up out of our prior experiences and life lessons, because we might want to take a yardstick to that and be like, hey, you know what? I don't ever want to repeat that again. And we may have gone into some holding pattern for not moving forward, but somewhere recently we decided that's ridiculous. We must go forward. We must share in a way that brings joy and bliss and stronger spiritual connection within our own self and with everyone else in our lives. Okay, our next card. This is a potential oncoming energy. Yeah, look at this. Gosh, this reading is so amazing right now. Connection. It's a repeat of the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. We're making an offer, or we've received one, or it's mutual. Take this where you need to. This is leaning heavily into our personal connections with the people we know, love, and enjoy, those we are welcoming into our new frequency of life experience. And there's beloved connection here in this card. You can take it too as well to your career, the foundation of how you are of service. You may be putting something out there in the world that's a new project, and it's getting great response and connection. And this Three of Swords may have been connected to that holding pattern I was mentioning moments ago. Like, you may have withheld this for a while, and because it was shared at one time and the response wasn't so great, but that's all changing now. So you're feeling inspired to put whatever your idea is out into the world, and it's being received very well. A lot more thought and planning has gone into it here, and you have much more experience with it than you did before. You can take the same message into your relationships, family, friends, beloveds. You've had these Three of Swords experiences in prior relationships, but those who stand with you now, who stand before you now, they are not those people. They are not in that old frequency, nor are you. And you're ready to make an offer. You're ready to accept an offer. Really lovely. Okay, next card. This is number 7. We have the Ace of Pentacles. This is our energy, our current and present frequency. I love that it's an ace. It's a divine and cosmic gift from the universe, and I feel that it's a doorway to channeling this very energy that we're talking about. We are such incredible conduits of spiritual energy. This is what's shining through. The other thing about this card, the Ace of Pentacles, is a gift of opportunity. So new ventures, just what I was talking about on that Two of Cups, in your career, how you are of service, in your relationships, of course. And there's a little saying carved into the stone on this card, so I'll read that. May the wings of the butterfly kiss the sun, and find your shoulder to light on. to bring you back. Excuse me, gosh, I can't read it. I'm starting over. May the wings of the butterfly kiss the sun and find your shoulder to light on, to bring you luck, happiness, and riches today, tomorrow, and beyond. Yeah, that's the energy we're moving in. That's the energy we're channeling into our own lives and sharing with everybody else. This card represents freedom to me today, so we're feeling free to move forward in the direction of our goals, dreams, intentions, desires. I really feel a strong connection to this Two of Cups and the way that we're sharing, the way that we are giving and receiving and allowing and accepting. It's very harmonized. It's peaceful. It's happy. It's joyous. Okay. Next card, number 8. This is the energy atmosphere of now. The sun. What a perfect pairing. So we have the happiest card of the minor suits of tarot in the Four of Wands, and we have the happiest card in the major arcana as well, the sun. All things good, bright, whole, lovely. Under the light of the sun, we have clarity of vision and thought. We have joy, bliss, living the rewards of love. And this is also experiencing the reward of our past effort, Three of Swords. This is no easy path here. It's not for the faint of heart. And many of us get hung up and linger here. And that's why when these waves of energy roll through, let's go back to the Queen. When these waves of energy roll through that are on their way out, passing away from us, they can overwhelm, and our discernment is necessary. So if we get hung up and linger here, we could prolong the process of it leaving, and that will feel a bit like emotional suffering. So if you are feeling that, consider that it is an energy that you are now strong enough on your own foundation with your own life experience to witness its passing. Don't give it a place to stay. Do not set do not set a place for it on your table. Stop inviting it to dinner. It's okay, you can let it go. Because you've done all this work. You can surrender, lean into your own happiness and joy. The sun, beautiful. Okay, 9th card. This is, typically this position is called your hopes and fears. I don't care for that label at all. It feels limiting to me. So I've switched it up to our intentions and the potential challenges that lie within those. The 9 of Cups. Okay, emotional wish fulfillment. The only challenge, the potential challenge there is the emotion, just what we were speaking of moments ago here. When energy is rolling through and finding its way out, there is quite often the emotional aspect of that, which is what we're seeing here in the Three of Swords, and that's where we can get hung up a bit. But the 9 of Cups is about fulfillment. You have it next to this Ace, divine and cosmic gift, that we are channeling into our own lives with brilliant clarity in the sun toward fulfillment. The emotional aspect is where we can find a bit of a drag. So we need to engage our inner Queen of Swords. She's so discerning, mindful, does not suffer a fool. She drops a sword on BS as soon as she spots it. And then we have the experience of the Emperor to help us along. And then the focus of the 6 and the 4 here is to keep us in our heart space for what we're intending and celebrating in the now, which inspires us to make offers, inspires us to accept offers that are in the direction of our intentions for our own selves. Beautiful. So we have a lovely gift here in the 9 of Cups and in the Ace of Pentacles. The universe is really, just handing it over to us. Accept it. Okay, last card. It's the outcome. Wow, look, we have the Lovers. This is a card of choice, discernment, decision. So it all comes full circle back to this Queen, the Emperor, the Sun, the Ace, all of it. Emotional wish fulfillment, 2 of Cups. I love the meaning, how it's written in the book that goes with this deck. And it speaks to being certain that you are making choices that you can stay in harmony with. And the Three of Swords has had the potential all along to upset that foundation. And it is our experience coming through the Three of Swords, choosing all of this, that ensures that we will continue to make choices that we can be in harmony in our heart space with. So this is connection to self, being your own best soulmate, seeing with clarity that it all starts with you, and that inspires what you see on the Two of Cups, what you see here in the Four of Wands, what you're living in the Six of Wands. Wow. All right, that's our Monday message. I'm not even going to do angel answers. I knew I wasn't when I started this out because I had a feeling that the message would be detailed enough in these 10 cards for it to be very fulfilling for each of us. So enjoy this energy in the day. We're going to do this spread again because I really like how this worked out. Have a beautiful Monday, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed your nice long holiday weekend if you were celebrating it. And like, share, subscribe here on the channel. Leave some comments. I'd love to hear about this and how it came to be for you. All right, everyone. My love and blessings to each of you. Bye for now.